GCOM projects major PPP win, 2 die in auto accident, and CGX strikes oil. I'm Enrico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. News happening. Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The tabulation of Region 4 statements of polls for the 2023 local government elections was chaotic last night, with 351 polling agents being told to take their statements of poll directly to the returning officer at the Region 4 Command Center. The opposition commissioner at GCOM reported that this was a deviation from normal processes and that the physical accommodation was not conducive to an efficient process, with hundreds of people standing body to body in an area with no light or ventilation. The confusion left many people standing for hours, 2 of whom fainted and needed medical attention. The process was scheduled to continue the following day, today. And according to current results, the PPP will have control over 66 out of 80 local authority areas in the nation, including 7 out of the 10 towns, while APNU controls 14 local area authorities. Georgetown and New Amsterdam are still being counted as of news time. We'll give you a final count once it's released, but if you don't feel like waiting, you can check out GCOM's website. A delegation of French businesses, including Société Générale, Sourital, and Caribbean Line and HDF Energy, will visit Guyana to explore investment opportunities in finance, maritime transport, and energy. The visit is co-organized by the Chamber of Commerce of French Guiana and the French Embassy in Suriname and Ghana. The French delegation will meet with the members of the government and local private sector to strengthen cooperation with Guyana, which is a foreign policy goal of the nation's president. Now for crime news. Felicia Gillim, a former branch manager of Nafico, has been charged with 16 counts of fraud and converting $5.8 million dollars belonging to a church to her own use. She allegedly operated a Ponzi scheme through her company Dream Chasers Investment, promising investors 5 to 20% interest weekly on their capital invested. Investigations revealed the company never existed, and the farmers and contractors she mentioned as clients denied doing business with her. SOGU is currently conducting other investigations of similar nature against her. Yesterday, tragedy struck in the Essequibo Coast as 13-year-old Rovan Mark Williams was crushed to death in an accident in Adventure. According to reports, he was standing in the back of a canter when he fell out while the driver was reversing the truck, and unfortunately he was in the path of the vehicle. He was rushed to the city hospital where he died whilst receiving medical treatment. The driver has since been arrested. Sadly, that wasn't the only fatal accident. 2 friends, Shazia Mohammed and Ryan Budan, died in a motorcycle accident on the Soestdijk-Linden Highway last night. The driver of the vehicle that hit them claims the motorcycle's rear lights were not working and he attempted to avoid hitting them, but his car came into contact with the motorcycle, resulting in the deaths of the 2 victims. The driver has been taken into police custody to assist with the investigations. Attention truck owners! Between potholes, bad drivers, and high fuel prices, you've got 99 problems to deal with. But with Powered Automotive, your engine ain't one. That's because they stock high-quality parts and spares you need at prices you can't beat. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them at telephone number 6970171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Guyana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today. Ramesh Peters, a fisherman, was found dead with injuries to the left side of his head after a heated argument with his son-in-law. Peters walked away from the argument but was later found lying on his back with a piece of wood nearby. He was taken to the Mahaica hospital but pronounced dead on arrival. Now for today's oil update. CGX Energy Incorporated announced a discovery of 71 feet of net oil pay after drilling the Way-1 well offshore Ghana. This is a promising development for the company, but there has been no indication of commerciality yet, which means they're still not sure if it's enough to make a profit off it. Nonetheless, CGX confirmed its geological and geophysical assessment of the block. The Way-1 BP1 well reached a total depth of 20,450 feet in the northern area of the quarantine block offshore Guyana. Prior to the bypass, the well encountered an aggregate of approximately 71 feet of net oil pay in the secondary target reservoirs in the Massachusetts and Campanian. Although you probably don't even care about that part of it. But nonetheless, data collected from the LWT and cuttings indicate multiple hydrocarbon shows in the primary target reservoirs in the Santonian interval. In other oil-related news, Exxon's local affiliate has renewed its $600 million insurance policy for the Starboard Block for 2023 to 2024, backed by 3 international insurers. The policy is known as a market reform contract and is an industry standard. The renewal was confirmed by counsel for them, Edward Luku, who is a part of the team representing Exxon in an appeal filed against a High Court judgment ordering the provision of an unlimited parent and/or affiliate company guarantee for oil spills stemming from the Liza Phase 1 project. And finally, JAGDEO believes that the pace of approval for over $40 billion in sanctioned projects for the Starboard Block is not overheating the economy. And according to him, the expenses for the ExxonMobil operated block are being, quote, diligently reviewed by regulators with no set time frame for assessment or cost disputes. The government is currently finalizing audits for Exxon's costs from 1999 to 2020, and JAGDEO emphasized the importance of having Guyanese involved in the process. While the oil sector has had an unprecedented effect on other sectors throughout the nation, JAGDEO believes that currency appreciation, one of the most debilitating symptoms of the Dutch disease, is not present at the moment. But it's also interesting to note that a massive influx of freshly printed money into an economy can devalue a nation's currency. Kind of like a massive influx like we've been seeing with all these cash grants as of late.
Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business with Sheriff Security. Sheriff Security has well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it plays to us. Last night I asked, did you vote? Why or why not?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Navin Singh and Country Queen said they didn't vote. Whilst Eon Hines says they voted today because it is their democratic right as a Guyanese to try to select the people that want to see Guyana prosper and secure a better future for the generation. Or at least that's the idea, even though you feel like you contributed to a crime or just simply throw your vote away. And I know what you're saying, but every vote counts. And that's why it's so important to vote and to keep voting and eventually vote in people who actually have your best interest at heart, so you won't feel like you committed a crime every time you vote. So folks, I'm going on vacation for a couple days, so tomorrow we'll have a special guest hosting the news. But before I go, I leave you with tonight's question, which is, with the PPP now projected to control much of the local government bodies as well as the central government, how confident do you feel about community development? Will it be better? Will it be worse? Or will it probably just be the same, but they'll have no one else to blame? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Nico Bulford saying good night, folks.